Good morning, children. We are studying the chapter Fight Manju Fight. In the previous video, we have studied that she was very good at drawing paintings, and on her birthday also she got so many gifts that are related to her paintings. Now she asked her mother that she wanted some money. Mother talked to father. Father was not willing that Manju should paint because father thought that she was not going to be an artist with those deformed fingers. So, it hurt the mother as well as Manju. So, let's begin. Please, cried her mother, don't say that ever again, never. I tell you, she has talent. Maybe we should show her paintings to an authority on art. So, Manju's mother, she cried, please, no need to repeat these words, never ever tell this to my daughter or about my daughter. I have told you that she is talented. Maybe what we should do, we should show her paintings to the higher authorities of art. Manjula Parelkar returned to her room. Manju was disappointed. She went back to her room. She didn't wait for an authority on art to see her paintings. She tore them into bits one by one. What she did, she was so disappointed, she tore her paintings one by one. Slowly, without shedding a tear, her claw like fingers absolutely steady. She was not crying, but she was disappointed. She bundled up the watercolors and three brushes, all of best quality, and tucked them away in the farthest corner of the cupboard. She packed all the material related to painting and she kept that in the remote corner of the cupboard. Then, on the next day, she came to her mother and asked her, do you need some help in cooking? Then her mother was surprised. Why are you asking? Why, Manju? Why are you asking? She tried to see the pain in Manju's eyes. Because, said Manjula in steady a voice as she could manage, because I think cooking is a useful thing. Manjula Parelkar learned to cook, to fry, to bake. She hated it and she ate all she cooked. Fried and baked, she hated that the most. So she did it. She tried to cook, to bake, to fry. She learned all the things. Hey, this curry is real good, mummy, cried Amol. Take I would like some more. So her brother praised the curry Manju has made. Manjula made it, smiled Mrs. Parelkar. Manju asked her brother, surprised, cooking? Why did you take to cooking? I thought you were into painting. So her brother was quite surprised. He was shocked also. He said, cooking? Why are you cooking? I thought you were doing painting. Then Manju said, I stopped painting, returned Manjula, her eyes on her plate. Then Manju told everyone that I have stopped painting. Amol was shocked. Her brother was shocked. He said, but why? You are so good at this. You are mad. You are so crazy. And his father scolded him. No such language in the house. Sorry, Papa, but why must she do a dumb thing like this? I thought she would enter the on the spot painting competition in November at my school. But her brother said, why she is doing such a dumb thing? We can learn cooking at some age. Cooking is not worthless, but we can learn it. But if you are good at painting, you should do it. You should do it because that is the age when you grow your talents. And then Amol said that I was thinking that she is going to participate in the on the spot painting competition in my school and she would easily have first prize. Hey Manju, he returned to his sister, why don't you try for me? Then he asked, Manju, please try for me. Silence hung over the dining table. Nobody spoke. Manjula waited, hoping for a word from her father. Her shoulders sagged when Mr. Parelkar casually changed the topic. Then you know what she was doing? Manju was sitting over there and waiting that maybe his father would say anything, but he just changed the topic. Then Manju felt very bad. Her shoulders they sunk. There's an important meeting. I have to go to Bombay now. Next week there is an important meeting at the Taj. I'll need my suit. Could you take it out and get it ironed? So he just changed the topic. Bombay, thought Manjula Parelkar. She would like to go to Bombay too. People were different there. They might not whisper about her hands when they see her for the first time. So Manju also was willing to go to Mumbai. She was thinking that people are different there. You know that is a big city. It doesn't matter for anyone that what kinds of hand she had, or give her that dreaded oh poor child kind of look. And there was an art college in Bombay. Art. Manjula Parerkar was through with art. She had grew it up for good, however much it would hurt, however much. You know, she was thinking that here people they used to show sympathy towards me. You know, I'm okay if I have those fingers. I'm okay with them. And you know, in Mumbai, there is an art college also. And Manju was just thinking about art, art, and art. But now she had given up, she had left it. Manju, her mother's voice reached from far away. Will you give me a hand? Manju's mother asked her for help. Manju helped her mother take down the steel trunk. Mrs. Parelkar opened it but then shut it again. She turned to Manju decisively. Manju, I would like to talk to you. Then Manju's mother, she wanted to talk some serious thing to her. Mother, please, interrupted the girl, her dark eyes burning. Don't. Manju knew what mother was about to say, but she said, don't, mom, don't, no need. But Manju, please, mother, please. Mrs. Parelkar gripped her daughter firmly by the shoulders and looked her straight in the eyes. Her voice firm with determination. She said, don't give up, Manju. Give in, Manju. There is so much in you that other girls don't have. Let it come up. Even if you have to fight, fight, Manju, fight. So, Mrs. Parelkar, she gave her a suggestion, or she just told her that I know you have strength. You have those qualities that other girls don't have. So, no need to lose hope, Manju. If you need to fight for it, then fight, Manju, fight. Manju's throat was thick with tears. She turned away from her mother. She was about to cry, so she turned away from her mother. Manju, look at me. Her mother said gently, you have to learn to master obstacles. So mother asked her to look at her and told her that you learn how to overcome your difficulties and hurdles. The will and the strength to overcome them can only come from within yourself. You know, to fight against difficulties, to fight against hurdles, these things comes from within you only. Manjula turned around in anguish. So she was angry. Stop preaching, mother. Just stop preaching. No need to lecture me, mother. Please don't lecture me. It's all Papa's fault, she wanted to say, but deep inside she knew it wasn't. She wanted to tell her mother that it's all Papa's mistake, but deep inside she thought in her mind that no, it's not my father's mistake. I am like that. She dashed to her room, flung herself on the bed, and buried her face in the pillow, but she could not cry. The tear just would not come. When at last she sat up, her eyes fell on the newspaper cutting on the table. You know, afterwards, what happened? She ran to her room. She was trying to cry, but tears were not coming out of her eyes. Afterwards, she got up, she sat on the bed, and she saw a newspaper cutting. Strange. You know, it was strange for her that because she didn't kept that newspaper cutting there, she was puzzled. She picked up and read, playing soccer with artificial feet. So it was a new that someone was playing football with an artificial feet. The bold heading screamed at her. You know that bold heading? It was shouting at her, it was mocking her. In New Hampshire, she read on, Rich Belanger, who had lost his feet in a train accident, decided to play football with artificial feet. His coach thought that it was ridiculous. So the person's name was Rich Belanger. He lived in United Kingdom, New Hampshire. So he decided that after an train accident he lost his feet. He had an artificial feet, but still he decided to play football. His coach was thinking it's a stupidity, and his parents also did not like it. These things were underlined in red color. But Belanger stuck to it and made it to Nashua team as the defensive end. But he was successful in gaining a position in a football team. So things were underlined by the red letter so that Manju would read them with attention. So students, it is all for today. From here we will continue the video. We will continue the chapter in the next video. Thank you students. Have a nice day.